Our objectives in this lesson are to illustrate law of sines and to solve for missing sides and angles using sine law. Let's have a quick review. Determine what kind of triangle are this. This one, when all angles are acute, this is acute triangle. This one, having one obtuse angle and two acute angles, this is obtuse triangle. This one, having a 90-degree angle here, is a right triangle. While this one, where all angles are congruent, is equiangular triangle. This is also equilateral. Today's discussion will focus on acute and obtuse triangles. They are called oblique triangles. Oblique triangles do not contain a right angle. It either contains three acute angles like this or two acute and one obtuse angle like this one. There are two restrictions in oblique triangles. Number one, the sum of any two angles of the triangle must be less than 180 degrees. And number two, the sum of two shorter sides of the triangle must be greater than the longest side. Let's have another activity, acute, obtuse, or neither. We have learned from angle sum property of a triangle that the sum of interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So to solve for the missing angle, we just have to subtract the two angles given from 180 degrees. 40 plus 35 is 75. 180 minus 75 is 105 degrees. This is an obtuse angle, so this is an obtuse triangle. 30 plus 65 is 95. 180 minus 95 is 85. Three acute angles is an acute triangle. 80 plus 45 is 125. 180 minus 125 is 55 degrees. This is acute triangle. Last one, 45 plus 45 is 90 degrees. So meaning the remaining angle is 90 degrees. So this is neither acute nor obtuse. This is actually a right triangle. To solve for a triangle, it means solving the six parts of the triangle, the three sides and the three angles. To solve a triangle, we need to know at least three parts, and at least one of them must be a side. The angles of a triangle are labeled using big letters, and their opposite sides are the corresponding small letters. This is angle X. The opposite side is side X. This is angle Z. The opposite side is side Z. This is angle Y, and the opposite side is side Y. There are several possible combinations of triangles. One is AAS, meaning two angles and one side. We could also have ASA, meaning two angles and an included side. The side is in between the two given angles. Next, we could also have SSA, meaning we are given two sides and one angle. We could also have SSS, meaning three sides are given. We could also have two sides and an included angle. The angle given is in between the two sides. Now, can we also have AAA, meaning three angles? No, this is not a possible combination. Why? Because I've mentioned earlier that at least one should be a side. Let's have an activity. What's our possibility? Decide whether the following are ASA, AAS, SSA, SSS, or SAS. In here, we are given a side, an angle, and a side. The angle is between the two sides given. So this is side, angle, side. This one, we have angle, side, angle. The side is in between the two angles given, so this is angle, side, angle. In here, we have two angles and one side. Angle, angle, side. This one, we have side, side, angle. Let's have another activity. Draw and identify. Given, angle A is 73 degrees, side A is 18, and side B is 11. Let us create a triangle. I have here angle A. Let me put it here and label it 73 degrees. Side A is 18. Side A is opposite angle A, so meaning this side is 18. And then another side is given, that is 11. It could be here, it could be here. Let me just put it here, 11. Now, if this is side B, this angle is angle B. Then let me label this as angle C, while this one is side C. Now, let us determine what type of triangle we have here. We have an angle and a side opposite it, and another side. So we have side, side, angle, SSA or ASS. Next, number 2. We have an angle P, 125 degrees, Q is 25 degrees, and P is 25. Let us create a triangle. I have here an obtuse angle, so let me put angle P here and label this 125 degrees. Opposite angle P is side P, and it is given 25. I have here another angle, 25 degrees. Let me put it here. I'll label this as angle Q. So if this is angle Q, the side opposite is side Q. And then let me label this vertex as R, while this side is side R. So this is angle, angle, side, AAS. Next one, number 3. I have angle X equals 80 degrees, side Y is 40, side Z is 35. Let us create a triangle. Angle X, 80 degrees. Let me put it here, X, 80 degrees. And then I have side Y equals 40. Let me put it here. And side Z equals 35. I'll put it here. This side is opposite angle X, so therefore this is side X. While this one is the opposite of 40, and 40 is side Y, so this is angle Y. And this one is the opposite of 35. 35 is side C, so this is angle C. Let us examine. We have here side, included angle, and another side. Side, angle, side, SAS. Last one, angle M is 105 degrees, angle N is 48 degrees, side O is 53. Once again, I have an obtuse angle here. I'll put it here, angle M, 105 degrees. And then I will label this as N, and this is 48 degrees. While 53, side O, would be this side. Why? Because this is side M, while this one is side N. So if this is side O, then this one is angle O. So what do we have here? I have here an angle, a side, and an angle, ASA. Let us talk more about oblique triangles, and here are the 4 possible cases. Number 1, 2 angles and any side. 2 angles and any side. It could be SAA or AAS. Or ASA, 2 angles and any side, and the side given is included. Number 2, 2 sides and an angle opposite one of them. So I have 2 sides, SS, and an angle, and then one of the sides here must be opposite this given angle. So SSA could be ASS. Number 3, I have 3 sides, SSS. And number 4, 2 sides and included angle. So I have S, angle in between, and another S. The first 2 cases here can be solved using sine law, while case 3 and 4 can be solved using cosine law. Today, our discussion will focus on law of sines. So law of sines is applicable for oblique triangles such as an acute triangle and an obtuse triangle. It states that in any triangle ABC, sine A over side A equals sine B over side B equals sine C over side C. Or it could interchange. Side A over sine A equals side B over sine B equals C over sine C. I'll elaborate this later. For now, let us talk about the case number 1. Two angles and any side, AAS or SAA, or angle side angle, ASA. So the possible triangles would be this one. I have angle, angle, side. I could also have angle, side, angle. So the side is in between the two angles. These two are for acute triangles, while this one is an obtuse triangle. I have angle, angle, and a side. Let us have the first example. I have here triangle A, B, C. Let us analyze. I have here angle, angle, and a side. So A, S. Two angles, so the missing angle is just angle A. I can simply solve that by subtracting 102 and 29 from 180 degrees. And this will give me 49 degrees. So let me label this 49 degrees. Next one, let us recall our sine law. Let me explain this. You are not going to use all of this at the same time. You just have to choose two columns at a time. So for instance, you can use this two, or this two, or this two. For as long as whenever you choose, only one of these four parts is missing. Let us go back to our triangle. Oh, by the way, this is not always ABC. It depends on the label of the triangle. So in our triangle, we have two missing sides, side A and side C. I will solve side C first. Why? Because angle C is given, and I can use angle B as well as side B. So I'm choosing B over sine B equals C over sine C. Let me substitute. Side B is 28. Sine B, B is 29 degrees. C is unknown. Angle C is 102 degrees. Cross multiplication. I'm only after side C. I'm going to divide both sides by sine of 29 degrees. So these two will cancel out. So C is equal to 28 times sine of 102 degrees divided by sine of 29 degrees. Let us compute that. So we have 28 times sine of 102 degrees divided by sine of 29 degrees. And the answer is 56.49255 and so on. Since the given side is in a whole number, I'm going to round this off to whole number. And this is just equal to 56. So let me write it here, 56 feet. Next, I'm going to solve for side A. This time, I need A, sine of A, and then I will use B, sine of B. I can also use C over sine C because I have already solved for side C. But if, for instance, our answer is incorrect, then our side A will also be incorrect. So as a tip, always choose the one that is already given in the problem. So again, I'm using A over sine A equals B over sine B. A is the missing side. Sine A is 49 degrees. B is 28. And angle B is 29 degrees. Cross multiplication. I'm after side A. I'm going to divide everything by sine 29. These two will cancel out. So A is equal to 28 times sine 49 degrees over sine 29. Let us compute that one. So I have 28 times the sine of 49 degrees over sine of 29. And this is equal to 43.5879 and so on. Round off to the nearest whole number. This is equal to 44. So let me change this one to 44 feet. Let me enumerate our answers. We have angle A 49 degrees, side A 44 feet, and side C 56 feet. Let's have another example. Again, triangle ABC. Let us analyze. I have here two angles and a side in between the two angles. So, angle, side, angle. Let us recall again our sine law. The first thing that we can solve for our triangle is angle C because I already have angle A and angle B. So 180 degrees minus 35 degrees minus 10 degrees will give me 135 degrees. So I'll label this 135 degrees. The two missing sides are side A and side B. I'll solve for side A. I'm going to choose A over sine A is equal to C over sine C because I already have angle C. Let us substitute. A is the missing side. Angle A is 35. C is 45 and angle C is 135 degrees. Cross multiplication. I'm only after A. I'm going to divide everything by sine 135. This will cancel out. So A is equal to 45 times sine 35 over sine 135. Let us compute for that. So I have 45 times the sine of 35 divided by the sine of 135. And this is equal to 36.50218089. The side is in whole number, so I'm just round this off to a whole number, and this is equal to 37. So let me label side A 37. Next, let us solve for side B. So I'm going to use B over sine B is equal to C over sine C. Let us substitute. Side B is missing. Angle B is 10 degrees. C is 45 and angle C is 135 degrees. Cross multiplication. Divide both sides by sine 135 degrees. This will cancel out. So B is equal to 45 times sine of 10 over sine 135. Let us compute for that. So I have 45 times sine of 10 divided by sine of 135. And this is equal to 11.05090236. Round off to the nearest whole number. This is 11. So we have 11 for B. Let me label this 11. Let us enumerate our answers. Angle C is 135 degrees. Side A is 37 units because there is no particular unit given. And side B is 11 units. Now let us discuss case 2. Case 2 happens when two sides and an angle opposite one of them is given. This is also known as the ambiguous case. Why is it? Because there are many possible outcomes. Here are the possible triangles. So I have here side, side, angle. These are all acute angles, while this one is an obtuse angle, side, side, and an angle. So what are the different possibilities of SSA or ASS? I have divided this into three. The first one, when the given angle is acute, the first thing that you have to do is to determine the height. And how do we do that? Height is equal to the side, not opposite the given angle, multiply by the sine of the given angle. I will explain this further. Here is one possible outcome. So I have here angle A, and given is the side opposite to it. Here is side A. Here is the height of the triangle. Remember that it has to be perpendicular with the base. To solve for the height, you just have to multiply the side, not opposite the given angle. So if angle A is given, the side opposite that is side A. You are not going to choose this side. You are going to choose the other side given. So we have B. And then multiply it with sine of the given angle, sine of A. So height is equal to B multiplied by sine of A. Let us examine this further. You will notice that the side opposite the given angle is shorter than the height. In symbols, that would be A is less than the height. This arc here measures the length of this side. So whatever is the length of this side, it is projected across the height and the other side given. And you will see that A is less than the height. A is less than the height, but it is greater than 0. It is greater than 0 because there is still distance here. And you can see that there is no triangle formed. Again, if the given angle is acute, look for the opposite side, compare it with the height. If it is shorter than the height, then there is no triangle formed. Here is another possible outcome. So what can you notice here? Side A, the side opposite the given angle, is longer than the height because this is just the height and side A is this long, but shorter than the other side given. So in symbol, that would be our A is less than B, which is the other side given, but greater than the height, longer than the height. So if this is the case, there are two triangles formed. Where are they? Let me label first this one as B sub 1 and this intersection as B sub 2. So one triangle formed is triangle A, B sub 1, and C. That is an acute triangle because all angles are acute. Another triangle is A, B sub 2, and C. And this one is an obtuse triangle because angle B sub 2 here is an obtuse angle. We'll have an example of this later. Let us continue. Again, if the given angle is acute, we have to solve for the height. So here is another possible outcome. When we solve for the height, we found out that the side opposite the given angle is equal to the height. So here is the opposite side of the given angle, and it is actually equal to the height of the triangle. And symbol A is equal to H. If this is the case, you can see that there is one triangle formed and it is a right triangle. Another possible outcome would be like this. So let us analyze. Our side opposite the given angle is longer than the height and the other side given. And symbol A is greater than the height and greater than B. So you can see that there is one triangle formed. Last possible outcome when the angle given is acute is this one. Let us analyze. Our opposite side is equal to the other side given. It is greater than the height, but equal to the other side given. In symbol, A is greater than the height, and our A is equal to the other side given. You can see that there is one triangle formed, and this is actually an isosceles triangle. Let us continue this time when the given angle is obtuse. If that is the case, no need to solve for the height. Simply compare the given sides. Here is one possible outcome. I have here an obtuse angle and the opposite side, here is side A. You will see that the opposite side is shorter than the other side given. And symbol A is less than B. You can see that there is no triangle formed. Another possible outcome when the angle is obtuse is that when your opposite side, your A, is longer than the other side given. So in symbol, that would be A is greater than B. And you can see that we were able to form one triangle. And the last division is when the given angle is 90 degrees, meaning right angle. Just like in obtuse angle, no need to compute for the height. You simply need to compare the given sides. So here is one possible outcome. Here is 90 degrees, angle A, and the side opposite it is side A. And you will see that it is shorter than the other side given. In symbol, A is less than B. If that is the case, no triangle is formed. And the last one, the side opposite 90 degrees is longer than the other side given. In symbol, A is greater than B. And you can see that we were able to form one triangle. Let's have an activity, 0, 1, or 2. Those are the possible outcomes. No triangle, one triangle, two triangles. Number 1, A is equal to 6 inches, B is 5 inches, and angle A is 30 degrees. First step, we have to determine what type of triangle is this. So I have here an angle, and opposite side is also given, and another side. So two sides and an angle. Side, side, angle. SSA or ASS, meaning this is case 2, ambiguous case. If this is ambiguous case, take a look at the angle given. And the given angle is 30 degrees. That is an acute angle. If it is an acute angle, we have to determine the value of the height. So our height would be equal to the side not opposite the given angle. The given angle is A, so the side opposite it is 6. So we're not going to choose this. We're going to choose 5. And then multiply this with the sine of the given angle. So multiplied with sine of 30 degrees. We have learned from trigonometric ratio that sine 30 degrees is 1/2, meaning 0.5. So 0.5 times 5 will give you 2.5. Now let us compare the side opposite the given angle to our height. The side is 6 and the height is 2.5, meaning 6 is greater than 2.5. And also 6 is greater than 5. So if I am going to construct my triangle, it would look like this. So the opposite side is 6 and it is greater than the height as well as the other side given. So there is one triangle formed. Let's have another one. I have P is equal to 2, Q is equal to 5, and angle P is 30 degrees. Side, side, angle. ASS or SSA. Again, ambiguous case. Let us take a look at the given angle that is 30 degrees and it is an acute angle. If it is an acute angle, we have to solve for the height. So the height is equal to, if the angle is P, don't use side P. Use side Q. That would be 5 times the sine of 30 degrees. So again, sine of 30 degrees is 0.5. 0.5 times 5 is 2.5. Now let us compare the height and the opposite side given. 2 is less than 2.5. So if I'm going to construct my triangle, it would look like this. The opposite side is 2 and it is shorter than the height, which is 2.5. And you can see that we were not able to form a triangle. Another one, we have here D is equal to 13 feet, B is equal to 12 feet, and D is 90 degrees. So we have side, side, angle. SSA or ASS, again, case 2, ambiguous case. Now, let us take a look at the angle. It is 90 degrees, so it is a right angle. So, no need to solve for the height. We just have to compare the sides. The opposite side is side D, and that is 13, which is greater than the other side given, which is 12. So, if I'm going to create my triangle, it would look like this. The opposite side of the given angle is greater than the other side given. So there is one triangle formed. Another one, S is equal to 4 meters, R is 5 meters, and R is 120 degrees. Side, side, angle. ASS or SSA, again, ambiguous case. Let's take a look at the angle. This time, the angle is 120 degrees, so it is an obtuse angle. If that is the case, no need to solve for the height. We just have to compare the given sides. Angle R, so the opposite side is side R, and 5 is greater than 4. So if I'm going to construct my triangle, it would look like this. Here is 120 degrees, and the opposite side is 5, which is greater than the other side given. We were able to form one triangle. Let's have one more. We have here Z is equal to 3 inches, Y is equal to 4 inches, and angle Z is equal to 45 degrees. So we have side, side, and an angle. ASS or SSA is still ambiguous case. So we're going to look for the angle, and it is 45 degrees. It is an acute angle. If it is an acute angle, we have to solve for the height. If the given angle is Z, do not choose side C. Choose the other side. So height is equal to 4 times the sine of 45 degrees. And this will be equal to 2.83. Let us compare the opposite side given to our height. 3 is greater than 2.83. But 3 is less than the other side given. 3 is less than 4. So if I'm going to construct my triangle, it would look like this. Here is the given angle, angle C. Here is the opposite side, 3. And it is greater than the height, but less than the other side given. So I have two intersections here. Therefore, I was able to form two triangles. Try this. Let's solve for the missing sides and angles. So we have B is equal to 32, C is equal to 25, and B is 114 degrees. This is an obtuse angle. So let us create an obtuse angle. This will be angle B, 114 degrees. Opposite angle B is side B, and this measures 32. While another side is given, 25. Let me just put it here, 25. Step 1, determine the type of triangle. I have here side, side, angle. Step 2, let's determine the number of triangles. This is SSA, again ambiguous case, but the given angle is obtuse. We're just going to compare the given sides. The opposite side is 32 and it is longer than 25. Therefore, I will be able to form one triangle. Step 3, let us solve for the missing parts. Let us label first our triangle. This is 25. This is side C. So the opposite of 25 is angle C. Let me label this as angle A. So the opposite side would be side A. So the missing parts are angle C, angle A, and side A. Let us start solving. I have here angle B, side C. So the first thing I can solve is angle C. So I'm going to use B over sine B equals C over sine C. Let us substitute. Side B is 32, angle B is 114, and side C is 25. Cross multiplication. Let's solve for sine C. Let us divide both sides by 32. Since I'm after the angle, I'm going to use arc sine. So let us solve this one. We have shift sine. We have a fraction 25 times the sine of 114 all over 32. And this is equal to 45.5373649. The given angle is in the whole number, so let me just round this off to 46 degrees. Angle C is 46 degrees. Now, to solve for angle A, since I already have two angles here, I'll just subtract it from 180 degrees. And this will give me 20 degrees. So angle A is 20 degrees. Now, the only missing part is side A. So I'm going to choose A over sine A equals B over sine B. Let us substitute. A is unknown, and then angle A is 20 degrees, B is 32, angle B is 114. Cross multiplication, divide both sides by sine 114 degrees. Let us solve this. We have 32 times the sine of 20 degrees divided by the sine of 114 degrees. And this is equal to, round up to whole number, 12. So side A is equal to 12. Let me enumerate our answers. Angle A, 20 degrees. Angle C, 46 degrees. And side A, 12 units, because there is no particular unit given. Let us do extra challenge. P is 25.2, Q is 30.5, angle P is 54 degrees. This is an acute angle. Let us construct a triangle having an acute angle. This is P, 54 degrees. Opposite angle P is side P, 25.2. And another side is given, 30.5. Let me put it here. Step 1, let us determine the type of triangle. We have side-side angle, SSA. Again, ambiguous case. Step 2, let us determine the number of triangles that can be formed. Since our angle is acute, we have to solve for the height. And this is equal to, do not use the side opposite the given angle, use the other side, 30.5. Times the sine of the given angle, sine 54 degrees. And this is equal to 24.68. So here is the height, 24.68. Let us analyze. The side opposite the given angle is longer than the height, but this is shorter than the other side given. So in this case, we have intersection on this area. So let me label this as Q1 while this one is Q2. From here, I can form another triangle. So meaning there are two triangles in this problem. Let me label this vertex as R. So the first triangle is triangle P, Q1, and then R1. From here up to here, this angle. And then triangle 2 would be P, Q2, R2. The angle is from this side up to this side. Step 3, let us determine the missing parts. The missing parts are, for triangle 1, the missing parts are Q1, R1, and the side R1. For triangle 2, the missing parts are angle Q2, angle R2, and side R2. Let us start first with triangle 1. Triangle P, Q sub 1, R sub 1. Let us isolate that triangle. Let us copy the given parts. This is angle P, 54 degrees. This one is Q sub 1. This one is R sub 1. The side opposite 54 degrees is 25.2. And the side opposite Q sub 1 is 30.5. So I will solve first angle Q1. I'm going to use P over sine P is equal to Q over sine Q1. Substituting the values, 25.2 over sine 54 is equal to 30.5 divided by sine Q1. Cross multiplication. I only need sine of Q1. I'm going to divide this by 25.2. Since I'm after the angle, I'm going to make use of arc sine. I already show you how to do this in your scientific calculator, so do it. And this should be equal to 78 degrees. So let me label Q1 as 78 degrees. Let us continue. Let us solve for angle R sub 1. Since I already have two angles here, I can easily solve for angle R sub 1. I'll just have to subtract 54 degrees and 78 degrees from 180 degrees. And this will give me 48 degrees. So angle R sub 1 is equal to 48 degrees. The only missing part left is side R sub 1. So I'm going to use P over sine P is equal to R over sine R sub 1. Substituting what we have here, cross multiplication, I need r sub 1, so I'm going to divide everything by sine 54 degrees. Compute this using your scientific calculator. This should be equal to 23.1. To the nearest tenths, because the given side is to the nearest tenths. So I will label this as 23.1. Let me enumerate the parts that we solved in this triangle: angle Q1, angle R1, and side R1. Let us continue. So I'm going to write 78 degrees for Q sub 1. R sub 1 is 48 degrees. That would be the orange angle here. And R sub 1, that would be from P to Q sub 1, which is 23.1. Now let us solve for the second triangle. Let me isolate the second triangle. I'll copy the given sides and angles. We have P, that is 54 degrees. We have Q sub 2, R sub 2. We have the opposite side of P, 25.2. The opposite side of Q is 30.5. Since this is an isosceles triangle, then if this is 78 degrees, this angle here is also 78 degrees. And you have learned that adjacent angles are supplementary. So I can solve Q sub 2, that is equal to 180 degrees minus 78. That is equal to 102 degrees. So Q sub 2 here is 102 degrees. Let me write it here as well, 102 degrees. I only have one missing angle, and that is R sub 2. I can compute that by subtracting 54 degrees and 102 degrees from 180 degrees. This will give me 24 degrees. So angle R sub 2 is 24 degrees. Now, the only missing part left is side R sub 2. I'm going to choose P over sine P is equal to R sub 2 over sine of R sub 2. Let us substitute. So I have 25.2 divided by sine of 54 equals the missing side R sub 2 over sine of 24. Cross multiplication. I need R sub 2. I'm going to divide both sides by sine 54 degrees. Calculate this, and this should be equal to 12.7. Let me enumerate the parts that we solved from this triangle. We have angle Q sub 2, angle R sub 2, and side R sub 2. For the summary, here are the things that we learned in this lesson. We learned about sine law. We can choose any of these two in solving. Sine law is only applicable for two angles in any side. That would be AAS or SAA or ASA, and two sides and an angle opposite one of them, the SSA or ASS, which is also known as the ambiguous case. I have divided the ambiguous case into three parts. The first one, when the given angle is acute. So the possible outcomes would be no triangle, two triangles, one right triangle, one triangle, one isosceles triangle. When the given angle is obtuse, we have two possible outcomes, no triangle and one triangle. And when the given angle is 90 degrees, a right triangle. If the opposite side is less than the other side, no triangle. If the opposite side is longer than the other side, we have one right triangle. Now, it is time to check your understanding. Pause this video for more time. Let us answer. Let us solve for the missing side and angles. A is equal to 24, B is 32, and angle B is 64 degrees. So this is an acute angle. So let me label this as angle B, and it is equal to 64 degrees. The side opposite this given angle is 32, and the other side is 24. So step 1, let us determine the type of triangle. So we have side, side, angle. Again, ambiguous case. Let us examine the angle, and the angle is 64 degrees. It is an acute angle, so we have to determine the height of the triangle. To do that, we have to multiply the side not opposite the given angle, so that is 24, times the sine of 64. and this is equal to 21.57. That is the height of our triangle. Now, let us analyze how many triangles can we form here. Let me label this one first as vertex A. So, this is angle A. Now, let us analyze this side, 32, is longer than the height and the other side. So, we were able to form one triangle. Let me label this one as vertex C for angle C. So, let us start. I'll be needing B, sine of B, and then A over sine of A to solve for angle A. Substituting, I have 32 over sine 64 equals 24 over sine of A. Cross multiplication, I need sine of A. I'm going to divide this by 32. I'm after the angle, so I'll be needing arc sine. Compute this in your calculator. This should be equal to 42 degrees. So angle A here is 42 degrees. Next one, since I already have angle A and angle B, I can easily solve for angle C. 180 degrees minus 64 degrees and 42 degrees. And this is equal to 74 degrees. So angle C here is 74 degrees. The last missing side is side C. So I'll be needing B over sine B equals C over sine C. Let me substitute the given. Cross multiplication, I need side C, so I'm going to divide this by sine 64 degrees. Compute this using your scientific calculator. This will give you 34. So side C here is 34. Gets? Our next lesson is cosine law.